Hi everybody, it's me, LisaT, coming at you. Actually, we're doing a lights out with Lisa, because it's nighttime. So we're reading the language. I'll still coming at you with hopefully some positive energy, a little bit of melancholy energy maybe, ooh, and some fireworks energy, bang! All right, so the language of letting go by Beattie, and we are reading July 2nd. Who knows best? Who knows best? We know best for ourselves? We know best for ourselves? Is that what it's going to tell me? I know best for myself. I'm just learning that in the last few months, like maybe the last 5 months. I was just a short 6 months ago, 7 months ago, I was in a moment, I remember like time and time again over a period of like months where I was like, I had to call a friend. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do about this? What do I do about that? What do I do about this? And then after some time passed and I got, of course, so many different perspectives from people, and so also so much different advice. And after doing that and then seeing that it was like leading me in chaos, and I wasn't feeling grounded in myself and in trust in my guts, and I had to recognize I can trust myself. I can trust my guts. I can trust my heart. I can trust that I can make decisions for myself. At this stage of the game, especially, maybe not in the, like, you know, a while back, but after I've done all the work and the growth, I can now, you know, learn to trust myself again. So let's see what it says. Who knows best? Others do not know what's best for us. Period. The end, right? We do not know what's best for others. It's our job to determine what's best for ourselves. It's our job to determine what's best for ourselves. I remember learning this lesson too a while back, years ago, when I was asking, and I was then dealing with someone who knew this more than anybody else. And when I was saying to them, like, what do I do? And they were like, I can't tell you what to do. And they encouraged me to make decisions for myself. And because if they would have said, for instance, like, oh, you should break up with that guy, or you should quit that job, or you should tell your family member off, or whatever, if I followed through with what they said and the outcome didn't turn out and make me feel good, then I would end up blaming them for the poor outcome. It just, a nasty little cycle could get created. So it's our job to determine what's best for ourselves. I know what you need. I know what you should do. Now listen, this is what I think you should be working on right now. Yuck, right? These are audacious statements, beliefs that take us away from how we operate on a spiritual plane of life. Beliefs that take us away from how we operate. So on a spiritual plane of life, we're learning to like trust that higher power, which actually is a higher self within us. It is within us. We clear away this wreckage. We clear away these resentments, these fears, these poor beliefs and poor thinking habits and bad belief systems. And we clear all that away because that's all up in the head, so that we can get down to the heart of the matter. That's what happens in recovery. So that's why we're on a spiritual plane of life. That's the whole point of recovery. Any 12-step recovery program is about a spiritual way of living. And of course, any spiritual teachings are about a spiritual way of living. Instead of living in the head, we live in the spirit. So these beliefs, those statements. So if someone says, now listen, this is what I think you should do. This is what you need to do. This is what you should do, that awful S word. Those are audacious statements, and they take us away from how we operate on a spiritual plane of life. Each of us is given the ability to be able to discern and detect our own path on a daily basis. This is not always easy. I can attest to that. It's not easy. Because in the past I can look back and tell myself, oh, that was such a bad decision. That was such a bad move. I shouldn't have done that. And I can beat on myself for past stuff. But if I do that, then I also inhibit myself from trusting that I can make a good decision today. And at the end of the day, all those decisions led me to where I am right now. So it was all good anyways. So each of us is given the ability to be able to discern and detect our own path on a daily basis. This is not always easy, but kind of simple, I bet. We may have to struggle to reach that quiet, still place. God speaks in silence, Everything else is just poor translation. I tried to get that quote there a couple of videos back. So today I was reflecting on that. I've been really into my meditations for the last like week, if not 2 weeks. And this morning I finally got quiet enough after my busy last 3 days of my work week were busy, and clients and then friends and different things going on. And today I finally got a chance to get some like quality, sustained stillness. And God spoke to me, and I got the answers. I got the solutions to the problems that I'd been facing. And a lot of it was just self-care, self-care, self-care. It was a huge self-care day. So giving advice, making decisions for others, mapping out their strategy is not our job. And if someone is doing that for you, that's not their job. Nor is it their job to direct us. Even if we have a clean contract with someone to help us, such as a sponsorship relationship, even if we have a contract with someone, like so in 12-step programs, you get sponsors, and that sponsor guides you. The way it's ideally goes is that person speaks to you from their own personal experience, but they don't tell you what to do. They give you suggestions, but you definitely lean in a 12-step program. Someone leans on a sponsor to help guide them, but it should always be directed back to like step work, the 12 steps, and then that will help the person then decide for themselves. So, anyways. So even if we have a clean contract with someone to help us, such as sponsorship, we cannot trust that others always know what is best for us. We are responsible for listening to the information that comes to us. We are responsible for asking for guidance and directions from higher powers and your heart and your gut, asking for guidance and direction, but it is our responsibility to sift and sort through the information that comes at us from multiple people maybe, and then listen to ourselves about what is best for us. Nobody can know but ourselves. Isn't that beautiful, though? You can trust yourself. What a beautiful gift. A great gift we can give to others is to be able to trust in them as well. I was talking to a friend recently about supporting someone, and I said to them, why don't you, instead of like telling that person what they should or shouldn't do, why don't you just encourage them that they're going to figure it out for themselves? Encourage them that they can find it within themselves to do the right thing. Because deep down at the heart of it, we all know what's right. So a great gift we can give to others is to be able to trust in them. So the gift you can give to someone else is you can say, you know what, I know you're going to make it through this. I know you're going to figure it out. You are. Don't let that person pull what they're supposed to do out of you. Let them pull it out of themselves. Help them to pull it out of themselves. So, able to trust in them, that they have their own source of guidance and wisdom, and they have the ability to discern what is best for them and the right to find that path by making mistakes and learning. With all mistakes, what did I say the other day? With the more problems we face, the more solutions we also have. So the more problems we face, then the more things we solve, and then the more success we have. So also with making mistakes, the more learning we have. I know it sucks, right? We don't want to continually making mistakes, but welcome to humanity. So to find the right, so what is best for them, and the right to find the path by making mistakes and learning. To trust ourselves is to be able to discover through that same imperfect process of struggle, trial, and error. I've said this multiple times. The most successful people in the world, the Oprahs, the Wayne Dyers, the multimillionaires, they have failed so many times. They have made so many mistakes. What's the guy with the Lexus, not the Lexus, the Tulsa, the one, the cars. He talks about it, and I saw definitely, and he talks about the multiple mistakes. And he actually, when he was doing that new rocket program, he was, God, what's his name? He talked about, like, he kept on firing rockets unlike NASA would do. He would just fire them up because he knew they were going to blow up or break or something, and he was going to use that to learn so he could make it better. So he's a wise man. Elon Musk. Got it. To trust ourselves is to be able to discover through that same imperfect process of struggle, trial, and error. So struggle, trial, and error. It is a great gift we can give ourselves. That is the great gift we give ourselves, to trust ourselves and allow ourselves permission to make mistakes and go through the struggle, trial, and error. Whew, give yourselves a break. I know I need to. I'm like, oh, why did I do that? Why? I should have done it better, blah, blah, blah. Nope. It's all learning, and it's all good. Here's your prayer for today. Today, I will remember that we are each given the gift of being able to discover what is best for ourselves. God, help me trust that gift. Amen. Thanks for watching. Love you all.